What's going on, YouTube? It's Pellets, and this is the Red Sea Reefer 250. There's really only one thing on my mind, and a while back, Saltwater Aquarium put out a video that had Mark Callahan, Mr. Saltwater Tank, and he was talking about basically like tank boredom. And, you know, once you've already got the build and all of that done, you know, this part is really hands off for the most part and boring and yada, yada, yada. Whenever I clicked on that video, I really didn't know how it would make me feel. But as I started to listen to the video, it was like somebody was speaking for me. And if you follow me at all, then you know that I have my ups and downs with the hobby. The last 18 months or so, maybe longer than that, has really been a lot more enjoyable for me because I've just let the tank be. And you know, it's been, I can't even remember the last time I added corals to this tank. It's got to be coming up on a year since I've added anything to the tank. So that video really did mean a lot to me. You know, the build process is my favorite part of starting a reef tank. Obviously, I swapped out equipment and done all that fun stuff for a very long time. But the end goal here is to, you know, care for these animals in the best possible manner that we can, give them the best home that we can, you know, do what we can to not only just sustain our pocketbooks, but sustain the hobby in general. So, you know, I will just go off this by saying I'm thrilled with where the tank is at. I find myself looking and watching the tank more now than I ever have. And, you know, I'm a little bit slower on the forums now. I don't really post. I mean, I do kind of post on Instagram still here and there, but not every day, I think, like what I was doing. It's kind of slowed down for me. And now I'm just really enjoying my little piece of the ocean. And I do, don't get me wrong, I love sharing this with everybody. I absolutely love the documentation of it. Shooting the videos and having fun with the videos and just explaining what I've got going on. And to this day, you know, this tank's been running for 5 years now. I know it's pretty pathetic. This thing should be grown out with everything, but it's been growing for over 5 years now. And I still get people reaching out to me and saying, I read your build thread on Reef to Reef from start to finish. And I don't know how many pages it is, but it's a lot. It's a lot of pages with a lot of content, a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. And I still get people message me telling me that they've been binge watching my videos from the time that I, you know, built the stand to where we're at right now. And I appreciate all of you. And you know, and I try to answer as many questions as I can. And I know that there's some time lapse usually between whenever you ask a question and whenever I provide an answer. But I really like to answer questions in as much detail as I possibly can. You know, if you ask me, are Radion good? I could respond and say yes. But I don't want to do that. I want to say yes, but this is why I think that they're good. And the same thing with any of the equipment that I've used or currently have, I guess I should say. So, you know, a perfect example of this is I'm trying to sell some fender flares off my truck. I know it's not reef related, but they fit a 2014 and up. And I had somebody message me. They have a 2007. And I could have gone into it and said, because he said I might be able to make these work on my truck. And I could have very well said, by all means, give me your money. But I told him, I said, the thing about this is even whenever I took my fender flares off, there was a lot of crud underneath them because they still don't seal all the crud out of it. And it's just going to be terrible on the truck, especially if you leave the fender flares on there forever. So I told him, I said, I just wouldn't feel comfortable selling this to you because no matter how well you modify this, it's probably still not going to fit like it should and block out all the water and salt and yada, yada, yada. And it's going to tear through the paint. And anyway. You know, I like to be as detailed as possible whenever I'm explaining things to people. And, you know, again, it takes me a couple days to usually respond. So anyway, yeah, the tank's doing great. I do need to fill up the auto feeder up there. That's the EHOM auto feeder. That thing's worked flawless now, completely silent. Do need to get this light bar situation figured out. You can see it's kind of tilted this way and kind of, yeah, I need to work on that. But yeah, I popped my little butt down right here in this chair. Been working on some more flooring. And I just stare at the tank. You know, the kids will have on, it's not that, it's on Nickelodeon right now, but the kids will have on their Nickelodeon stuff, and we'll just stare at the tank. I will, anyway. This torch is kind of weird. It looks like it's kind of like bleaching out. I don't know how well it's going to show on video, because it is pretty dark in here. But everything's doing great. I did slack on feeding frozen pellets. Frozen pellets. I did slack on feeding frozen cubes for a long time, and I'm trying to get back on that a couple times a week. The Tunze pumps probably need to come out and get cleaned. They're still, you know, they're pumping along. They're doing great, but I like to have clean pumps. I need to get in there and scrape the overflow off. But all in all, very satisfied, very happy with where I'm at. I did see an interesting post earlier from Eat, Sleep, Reef, and again, my videos are like weeks behind. So, but anyway, he posted Waterbox has got this new tank that's coming out or is out. That's on an 80/20 stand. It's like $6,600, whatever. It's a big tank. It's a big tank. You know, the price is irrelevant by the time you put lights and pumps and all this other stuff on there. Looked awesome. I'm pretty sure I saw a post from Jeff at Daily Reefing where he has, I think, gone a biz crazy and is going to attempt to get enough flow in his, I guess, new tank without putting power heads in there. So I like that idea. It's great. I wish that was something that I can implement here where I didn't have the power heads in here, but it is what it is at this point. Of course, Telegram is always going off on equipment and just the knowledge that he has. To be honest with you, I watch and I listen to his stuff, but I could listen to it like 12 times and I'm still going to be behind because he's got the brains for sure. And, you know, the reefing community is very lucky to have him testing out and giving opinions on the equipment that is testing out, because his tests are, I mean, who takes apart all this stuff, figures out what's going on, and then makes it better. You know, take a BRS dosing pump and pull the AC motor out of it and put a DC motor in it, and it makes it better. You know, it's Telegram for you. So if you don't know who Telegram is, I'm sure you do. Check them out. What else is going on? I don't even know. I did fill up some Kalk water the other day, so I'm good on that. But yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I mentioned a couple people there. So, but yeah, they're all interesting people. Check them out. As always, I appreciate you following along. Check me out on Instagram at Pelfrey's Reef. Check out the website at pelfrey.net. And I'll catch you on the next one.